Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hey everyone, and welcome in. I'm Taylor Kincaid, and of course joining me is Gary Bruce.
Good to see you.
We're so glad you're here today.
Thank you.
All right, we had a question come in. I have a deposition coming up. What should I expect?
And I think this is a good question to address because we hear about depositions maybe. We see them on TV shows sometimes, but deposition is an integral part of a trial, and it's the discovery phase. So what should you expect? If you've been told you have to give a deposition, that means you're in a lawsuit, and the other side wants to hear your side. You may be a witness, or you might be a doctor, you might be a police officer, you might just be somebody who was there at the scene and saw something happen. So if you're going to be deposed, it means the lawyers are going to gather, a court reporter is going to be brought in, you're going to be sworn to tell the truth, and it's going to be taken down. And it is critically important because it helps define cases. So we think about them as in terms of like being a tool to learn about the case, but sometimes it actually becomes the case because very few cases actually go to trial. But once people meet each other or once a deposition's taken, then both sides kind of know more about what's going on. How's my client dealing with that issue, or what is my client saying about how it's impacted their life? You know, those are things you can't just learn except from questioning you. Like if I ask you a question, you give me an answer, now I know more about the topic and how you're going to present it. So it's critically important. It really defines and can make or break a case.
And when we go through this process, what can we expect from the lawyer?
Well, if you're my client, you're going to expect to be prepared. You know, I hope that anybody is going to be brought in, given instruction on what happens. One of the things you might not know, and I think it's interesting, but people don't realize it when it happens. We see lawyers object all the time. You know, like in court, I object, you can't ask that question, it's not relevant or whatever. In depositions, everything goes. Almost everything goes. If there's an objection, it's usually your lawyer telling you to shut up or think about what you're doing, you know. It's strategic more than real because we can really only object to the form of the question, meaning if I ask you, what's your birthday and how old are you and what day of the week were you born, that's a weird question, right? You can't really give an easy answer to that. So that's a form of the question objection. But the substance of it I can ask. So we don't object much in depositions unless we're being strategic with it. It's a tool of it. But I think that's something that people don't always realize. But anyway, you need to be prepared. I ran out of time. I could talk about this for days.
Well, it was great information.
Thanks.
And great for our viewers to see. We'll see you all on the next Legal Break.